Why do you get audio to video lag when you're watching YouTube videos using your wireless headphones and earbuds, but you get no lag whatsoever when you're using a pair of wired headphones? What the hell is going on? I'm going to try to explain why this is going on with your wireless headphones and earbuds, and then I will offer some possible remedies to try and fix that pesky audio video syncing issue. But first, if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, but you want to watch more of such videos from this channel, please consider subscribing and remember to ring the bell to join my notification squad, because I upload videos every single week and this is the only way that YouTube will notify you. Okay, so this is what happens when you're watching a video on your phone using a pair of wired headphones, okay? So this is what happens. The audio signal has to go through a process, and much of that process takes place on the phone itself, because the phone, your phone, is equipped in such a way that it can convert and amplify. So the audio signal has to go through what is known as a DAC, or a digital to analog converter, and then it has to be passed on to the amplifier, which will amplify that tiny audio signal into something that you can actually hear on a pair of headphones. Otherwise, you won't be able to hear anything really. And then the amplifier will push the audio through the wire and to the headphones, which will come out from the speakers in the form of sound. As you can probably tell, this is a very straightforward signal path, and since everything is hardwired, it takes barely any time at all for the audio signal to get from point A to point B. But with Bluetooth headphones like the Sony WH-1000X M3, things get a little bit tricky, okay? So what happens here if you're using Bluetooth when you're watching video from your phone? In this case, instead of the audio signal going through the phone's DAC and amp, it has to get to the headphones DAC and amp over Bluetooth. So this is what the signal path looks like in this case. Okay, so the audio signal gets passed on to the encoder to the Bluetooth transmitter transmits the signal over Bluetooth to the headphones receiver. The receiver catches the signal and passes it on to the decoder. Then the decoder passes it on to the DAC to the amplifier to your ears. Now I'm using your phone here as an example, but this could also apply to other devices like laptops and tablets. Obviously this is a much longer signal path, but what really adds to the latency here is the encoding and decoding process. And it depends on what codec is being used in the encoding and decoding process. If you're using SBC, you can expect to add around 300 milliseconds more to the time it takes for the audio signal to reach from point A to point B, the headphones. But if your device and headphones are using a more efficient codec like aptX, you could expect at worst 180 milliseconds, at best maybe 70 milliseconds. Okay, so obviously aptX is regarded as a lower latency Bluetooth transmission codec. Much better for watching videos and playing games on your phone. But of course, if you're talking about true wireless earbuds, then the situation gets a bit more complicated. These things make it so much more complicated because they add one more segment to the audio signal path. Let's use this pair of earbuds as an example, okay? So obviously they don't talk to each other using Bluetooth. So what happens is one of the earbuds will receive the audio signal from your phone. It could be the left bud, it could be the right bud, but in any case, just one will receive. Whereas upon receiving it, it will transmit the audio over near field magnetic induction to the other earbud. Okay, so and to make this happen, each of them has an NFMI chip. They use near field magnetic induction because it is very difficult for Bluetooth to transmit audio through the human body, and that includes the head, because there's a lot of water content in the head and throughout the rest of our body. After all, we are like 70% water. But NFMI works better at transmitting audio through the human body, so that's why NFMI. Okay, are we really gonna do this? Huh? Without the entire audio signal path again? Whew, this is gonna be so tiring, but it's okay. I'm gonna take one for the squad, right? So leave a like. Audio signal to the encoder to the transmitter over Bluetooth to the receiver to the decoder to the NFMI chip, in both earbuds. Both earbuds have their own DACs, both earbuds have their own amps, so the audio signal gets passed from the MFMI chip to the DAC and then to the amp and then comes out from the earbud speakers as sound. Oh! Ooh. I did it. This is like my 5th time recording. Yes. So that additional segment to the signal path that involves NFMI, that is the reason why you get a little bit more audio video delay on true wireless earbuds than even with wireless headphones in general. So what are the possible solutions to solving this AV lag issue? Well, I can propose a few solutions. For example, if your phone supports aptX but your headphones don't, then you might want to go for a pair of headphones that support aptX so that you can enjoy lower latency audio performance. Because even if your phone supports aptX and your headphones don't, the audio signal will default to the higher latency codec such as SBC or AAC, because this obviously has a negative impact on AV syncing. But what if you're on an iOS device, an Apple device? Well, you will not be able to enjoy aptX at all, I'm sorry to say. Unless, of course, if you're on a MacBook or an iMac, then you can still enjoy aptX. There's a video which I made which allows you to activate aptX on your MacBook Pro and your iMac or your MacBook Air, and you can watch it right over here. But in general, you might just have to live with a higher latency codec like AAC if you use an iOS device. But I will say this though, if you use Apple apps such as the Safari web browser, you might experience much better AV syncing as compared to using, say, an app. So for example, YouTube. The YouTube app on iOS suffers from a lot of AV syncing issues when you're using a Bluetooth device. If you watch YouTube on the Safari web browser, no AV syncing issues. I'm not even kidding. And I suspect that's because Apple has much greater control over how the audio syncs up with the video in their own in-house developed apps compared to third-party apps like the YouTube app. But of course that wouldn't work on gaming, right? Because there is no such Apple developed game. So that was solution number 2, watch YouTube videos using the Safari web browser app. Solution number 3 is for Android users, download the Metronome app, because that app allows you to perform manual AV syncing adjustments, and I believe that's a global adjustment thing, so it doesn't matter what app you use, the audio will always be synced up with the screen the way you want it to be, which is great for Android users. The last solution is for someone who wants to get rid of AV syncing issues forever, okay? Just as good as using a pair of wired headphones. And this involves money, buy a pair of headphones and a phone that both support either aptX low latency or aptX adaptive, and your problem is solved. Both aptX low latency and aptX adaptive have much better latency latency compared to even aptX. So the best possible latency performance you can get from aptX, I think, is like a 70 millisecond gap, which means that when you're watching videos, already the audio is like almost perfectly synced up with the video, barely noticeable lag. With the newer aptX low latency or adaptive codecs, you get latency performance as low as 40 milliseconds and below. Okay, so it's almost as good as using a wire. Sadly, not a lot of devices at this point support these codecs, so we might have to wait till perhaps later this year or next year for more aptX LL and adaptive devices to appear in the market. But it's really exciting. I'm looking forward to seeing more of such low latency devices. This is the future, guys. Sooner or later, using Bluetooth will be as good as using a wire. Like I predicted a long time ago when I first started this channel, the future of audio is wireless, and it's about to hit us right now. So guys, thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give this video a thumbs up and share this video with your friends. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and remember to ring the bell to join my notification squad because I upload videos like this every single week, and this is the only way you'll get notified. Okay, so thank you again for watching, and I'll see you again in the next video. Face pump out.